Hello and welcome to lesson 3 in unit 2. My name is Yana, I'm your native speaker, and here we are together gonna be conquering another lesson on Duolingo in Russian language. So without further ado, let's jump right into our lesson. Ukraine or Brazil means Украина или Бразилия. Ukraine in Russian is Ukraina or goes as или, and Brazil, Brasilia. Он мальчик means he is a boy. And in the word мальчик, we can see soft symbol that goes right after letter L that assigns letter L a softer pronunciation. That's what soft symbol in Russian does. Мягкий знак it's called. And that creates this softer pronunciation of letter L instead of мальчик, it's мальчик. Женщина и мужчина means woman and a man. And in the word женщина, we can see letter sh that I haven't seen that often in the previous lessons. But yeah, letter sh we don't see often, but important to know how it looks and how it sounds. So letter sh sounds like sh, женщина. And in the word мужчина, when we pronounce it, it sounds мужчина. But as you can see, it's written with the letter Z and the letter Ch right after it. But if we would pronounce how it's written, it would sound мужчина, which is not how native speakers usually pronounce the word мужчина. It just sounds like a very long letter sh, мужчина, but it's written as мужчина. Мужчина, женщина. This is my city means это мой город. And I talked a little bit about genders in Russian language, which are three of male, female, and middle gender. And in Russian language, how we identify the gender, we're typically looking at the ending of the word. Similar in Spanish, for example, word город means city, and it has a consonant ending, letter D. It signals to us that it has a male gender. Therefore, we use мой instead of моя or instead of моё. So мой город, that would be male gender. Therefore, we use мой with a consonant in the end as well. But if, for example, we would say деревня, which is village, that would be деревня ending with a vowel letter ya. That would signal us that деревня has a female gender. So we would say моя деревня. And for the middle gender, if let's say we would use моё, let's say моё озеро, which is озеро is a lake. Озеро has a vowel in the end. But compared with the female gender, the vowels that signal us that it's a female gender typically are a or ya, such as женщина. It's a female gender, a, or деревня, which is ya, is a female gender. Озеро has an o in the end, which signals us that it's a middle gender. So, мой город, my city, мой город is a male gender. Моя деревня, my village, is a female gender. Моё озеро is a middle gender. Это Канада или Россия? Is this Canada or Russia? And as English speakers, you probably notice that in Russian we changing the emphasis of certain words. For example, Canada turns into Canada. And one of the best ways to give yourself away as a not native speaker is to say Canada instead of Canada. So Canada. And also can be a little bit tricky since Canada starts with the letter C. In Russia, starts with the letter K. So Canada and Canada, the beginning sounds exactly the same and looks a little bit different. C turns into K, so Canada. Same actually with the word cat. In English, it starts with the CA, and in Russian, it also starts with a K. Кот or cat. Cat, кот. Нет, спасибо means no, thank you. And спасибо is one of those words in Russian language that sounds like they have a different letter in the end from how it's actually written. So spasibo written with a O in the end, but when you say in a casual conversation just spasiba, sounds like you're saying spasiba, which is the correct way of saying it, but it's actually written with a O, spasibo. Am I going into too many details? You let me know. Девочка blank сыр. Girl blank cheese. And we have two options, ем or есть. So to me, this is a good example of testing the grammar and probably memory. Девочка blank сыр, girl blank cheese. We suspect some form of eat should go in the middle. And since we only have two options, we have to make a decision. Which one of these two is correct option for девочка blanking cheese? Ем or есть? Hopefully we've done enough lessons together that you remember that when we talking about ourselves eating something, for example, if we substitute девочка with я, which make it я blank сыр. If you remember, we would put я ем сыр, the option number 1. Therefore, for девочка, the second option gonna fit. Девочка ест сыр. Because девочка is a she. She in Russian is она. So, она ест сыр. Девочка. Она ест сыр. The second option also would fit for мальчик that we just learned. He, мальчик. Он ест сыр. So, he and she, он и она, would use second option ест. Он ест, она ест. While the first option ем would fit for я. Я ем, он ест, она ест. Они едят, but that comes later. Is this America or Canada? Это Америка или Канада? Question mark? And just for fun, for practice, America, which gender do you think America falls under based on Russian language rules? So, America has a vowel in the end, so we know it's not a male gender. We also know that the last letter is a vowel and it's the letter A. And letter A, we can ask the question, она моя Америка, она моя, which makes it fall under female gender. Same with Canada. Same vowel, letter A, она моя Канада, она моя, female gender. Это собака или кошка? Is this a dog or a cat? And собака или кошка both fall under the female gender based on this form, собака, она моя, кошка, она моя. However, not that simple. However, they both have different form to make it fall under male gender. For example, собака turns into пес, and пес, он мой, consonant in the end, он мой makes it fall under male gender. So even though собака could both identify a male dog and a female dog as a gender of the actual dog, but the word itself is a female gender. If you want to be specific and say, I have a male dog, you would say, у меня есть пес. I have a dog. У меня есть пес. The same with кошка. Кошка technically could both identify a male and a female actual cat that you have. But this particular form, кошка, она моя, falls under female gender. So if you do have a female cat, you can say, у меня есть кошка. I have a cat. But if you, just like me, have a male cat, you could say кошка, but since I would like to be specific and say I have a male cat, I would say у меня есть кот. I have a cat. Technically, I have two male cats, so у меня есть два кота. I hope you're having fun right here. Would you let me know if that's helpful or not? Ooh, шкала versus скала. So interestingly enough, and I don't know how random this is, but both скала and шкала are actual words by themselves. And skala is a cliff, and shkala is a scale. And just for your information, they both fall under female gender in Russian language. Skala, она моя, shkala, она моя. Skala, a cliff, shkala, scale. Shkala. Они, blank. And two options, женщина and женщины. In Russian language, the ending of the word determines not only a gender, but also a quantity. Одна женщина, one woman. Женщины, women. So women, we don't know how many. Or we can say эти женщины, these women. So it's more than one. And the letter I helps us figure out that we're talking about more than one. So женщина, I in the end, indicates that we're talking about a single woman. And женщины with the I in the end implies to us that we're talking about more than one female, more than one woman. So women, женщины, women. And since они means they, because она is she, он is he, they, они, we know that they implies that there are more than one. So женщина, since женщина is a single woman, женщины are women, we're gonna go with the option 2, они женщины, they are women. Чин, шин. Chin and shin make me think of the ending of the word мужчин, and shin for женщин. Женщин, мужчин. It's a whole another topic. Chin, shin helps us to refresh our knowledge of the letter ch, how it looks and how it sounds. Ch sounds like ch, chin, and sh, just like we saw in previous examples with женщин, женщины, женщина. Letter sh looks funny like this and sounds like sh. So ch, sh, and in this particular case is chin. Мальчик blank яблоко. Boy blank apple. So мальчик with a soft symbol after letter L makes it L, мальчик, and яблоко, another wonderful example of Russian words that written differently from how it's pronounced. Яблоко is how it's written. Яблоко is how we're saying it. Мальчик, something, яблоко. We have three options. Есть, ем, and есть. So first option, есть, is actually an infinitive version of the verb eat. English equivalent would be to eat, and Russian would be есть. Ем, as we discussed earlier, we use when we're talking about ourselves. Я ем яблоко. And есть used in the form he or she, она or он. Она ест, он ест. And since мальчик is the male gender, it answered the question он мой мальчик. And in the question itself, there's a clue to a gender. So он мальчик. Мальчик is a male gender. Мальчик is он. Он ест. Мальчик ест. We can substitute мальчик with он. Он ест. Just like we had девочка, a girl. Мальчик is a boy. Девочка is a girl. Мальчик, boy, means he. Он ест. Мальчик ест. Or if it would be a girl, девочка, девочка is a girl, is she. She ест. Она ест. Девочка ест. Мальчик ест. So we're going with the third option, ест. Мальчик ест яблоко. Собака не ест сыр means the dog doesn't eat cheese. And собака we've seen before means the dog. Не ест, we use the particle не in Russian language to identify the rejection of something. For example, it's refused to eat the cheese, so it doesn't eat it. Не ест. If it would reject it, it would be ест. So собака ест сыр, the dog eats the cheese, but simply by adding a little part не in between the dog and the verb, we're signaling that it doesn't do it. Собака не ест сыр. So it doesn't. Just like that, we're done with lesson 3 in unit 2. And here we introduced to so many more new words such as dog, собака, cat, кошка. We talked a little bit about men and women, мужчины, женщины, or мужчина and женщина. We talked about different countries. We talk about country America, Canada, Ukraine, America, Canada, Ukraine, Brazil, Brasilia, and they all sound slightly different. The emphasis sometimes is changing, but that's learning another language for you. I hope you find this lesson useful. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and share, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Пока.